U.S. Embassy honors Martin Luther King Jr. As part of the commemoration of Martin Luther King Day, the U.S. Embassy in our country, in partnership with L'École Normale Supérieure of Bamako, organized Tuesday, January 16, a lecture on the legacy of Martin Luther King, opportunity for students and other participants to better know this black man who sacrificed himself for the cause of black in the United States of America. Madam Kone for more details.
Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land.
The icon of the civil rights struggle in the United States in the 1950s, Martin Luther King, a native of Atlanta, devoted his life to defending the cause of men of color, mainly blacks in the United States. His strategy of fighting against segregation, nonviolence inspired by Mahatma Gandhi, marked the whole century.
Not the main goal of the conference is it's a good opportunity to practice understanding and speaking English with native speakers, and that's something that we at the Embassy are very active in promoting because we understand how important professionally and personally and economically that is for young Malians. In addition, I think one of the best outcomes of this conference was the ability to see a powerful speaker who achieved a lot for Americans, particularly African Americans, using nonviolent means of advancing social progress. So I think that Martin Luther King said it much better than I ever could, but I would say that his vision was of an America, and I wish I had the speech in front of me to quote him right now, but his vision was of an America where his children were not judged by the color of their skin, but rather by the content of their character. And what that means is that he hoped for an America where everyone, regardless of their nationality or their gender or their racial origin, would be able to have a fair shot and to advance their lives and their interests and to protect and benefit their families.
Better known for his speech, I Have a Dream, for Martin Luther King Jr., pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church, 100 years after the abolition of slavery, black remains poor in the great America.
100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity.
Seduced by the philosophy of the protagonist of the March on Washington in 1963, the participants to the lecture appreciated the initiative.
I think it's a great, occasion, offered by the U.S. Embassy, and it's an opportunity for all Malians to be aware of the realities and then the fight, of the great man, which is Martin Luther King. During his lifetime, he has been inspired and he has been defending, nonviolence, in his speeches, and the famous, speech what we call, I Have a Dream. You see in this speech that he's offering people, how to struggle for your rights, but with non-violence philosophy.
For me, Martin Luther King is a famous people of freedom, of liberty, and he impacted a lot of generations. And when I show again a speech, is very important, because if he said, I have a dream, now I can say this dream become true.
Martin Luther King Day is really a great day for African American and for me, for the worldwide, because the King, what he did is still impacting over the seas, not only in the United States but other seas, like in Mali here. One of his quotes that really impacted me is the one he used, that darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. And the hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Here, he means that alone we cannot do anything. We need to be together to impact our community, to impact our lives. So that's why really King is a great personality that will impact generation and generation in the future.
This ceremony must happen everywhere in Mali. It's not just in America, because it is a legacy of a great man, Martin Luther King. The lesson that he gave us before having passed away, it is the lesson of pardon, lesson of hope, lesson of how we can get freedom without violence. And it's not just that. All of the things that the white people did on the black people, but Martin Luther King prayed for America of freedom. He said, let freedom reign if America would be a great nation. We can do the same here in Mali, because our country today needs some kinds of movements. People need jobs. People need more freedom in our country. The young people must rise up now to pray for our country and to do all of the things so as our country can get more freedom.
This annual lecture is part of the cultural exchange programs to promote mutual understanding between Mali and United States of America.